current assets. So let me double click on this A. The moment you double click, it will ask you for chart of accounts. So whatever the chart of accounts you are there, you just click on that. So now you will give the reconciliation account. It's asking the reconciliation account, the special reconciliation account. So reconciliation account is nothing but whatever the account we maintain in our customer master data. That is our BP master data. So I will select company code as T100. You can see we have defined two recon accounts. That is for sundry debtors account and sundry, that is for local vendors, and one for international. So select this one 200 100, and we have to create one more special GL account, so which we have not yet created. So first we will create the special GL recon account and then we will do that mapping. So it means that whenever we are getting whenever we are posting any whenever we are getting any down payment, it will not update this normal reconciliation account, it will update this special reconciliation account. So normal reconciliation account is used only for your day-to-day sales, but if you get any advances, it has to be reported in a different GL. So that's the reason we are creating a special GL account and we're linking it to this special GL indicator. So we'll first create a GL account using FS00, and then we will link up here. So the transaction code is FS00. So advance from our customers, it's as a liability because we have received in advance. So we will create this liability in liability side. I will give my company code as T100. Press enter. I will create with 100, 430 already there. So 100, 450 I will do it. 100, 450. These numbers, everything would be given by business. You have to just create. You have just created. So I'm just selecting it based on the next available number range. So click on this create icon. Click on balance sheet because it is a balance sheet account. Liability, current liability. Advance from customer. Same thing. Click on control data. Select the recon account as customers. Give the sort key, and under this create back interest select G067, and that is the standard field service group for recon accounts. So click on save. So now just copy this GL account and map it here and just click on save. So this is the only configuration we have to do. So it means that whenever we are posting and if the customers are set with this reconciliation account, whenever we post any down payment, it will gonna pick up this GL account 100, 450 and not 200, 100. So first we'll try to do a down payment and see which GL account is getting updated, whether it's keep updating 200, 100 or 100, 450. First we'll see the vendor, if any balances are there, and then we'll post it out. So there's only one invoice, that is 1000 rupees is there. And if I select the special GL indicator, so there are no entries, only 1000 is there. So I will try to create a down payment request, that is F-29. I will give the I will prepare the document and I'll share you the path. But the transaction code is F-29. So the moment you enter transaction code F-29, you can see it says post customer down payment. So this is the transaction code to post the down payment. So enter today's date 26/08/2021. Document I will always reset. Just don't do any changes. Company code is T100. give the customer account numbers. From the drop down, select the customer ID 40351 and just give the special gene indicator. So we have created A. So I'm selecting A and just give the bank account. So in which bank account we are getting this down payment. So I'm selecting my cash in hand account. I'm giving 10,000 rupees as the down payment amount and also saying I'm also putting some text down payment from customers. Press enter. Enter that amount one more time and just click on save. Just click on this overview, simulate and save. So the document has been posted. I will go back to my FBL5N because that is the place where we can see all my open items of my customers. /n FBL5N. I will only check first the normal items. So if I click on this, you can see it has not picked up my the normal GL, that is it has not picked up the normal reconciliation account. And how I can say that? Let me open that document also. Click on this display. For the customer line, if I double click, you can see it has picked up 100 for 50, the GL account, and not this GL account. Let me go to this one. /OBYR. You can see it has not picked up this GL account 100, 200, 100. It has picked up 100 for 50 because we have maintained the transaction, the special GL indicator A while doing the posting. That is, here you can see this A. So that's the reason it has picked up 100 for 50. And the reason, and therefore it is when I try to only when I try to see only the normal open items, it doesn't show up in the line item list. So in order to see the special GL indicators, you always have to always select this special GL transactions. So the moment you unless you select this, the system will not show the down payment details. So now when I click on this and click on execute, you can see we have a separate we have also a separate line item for this down payment. And how to know this is a down payment? If you enlarge it, you can see the special GL indicator. So if you find any entry in this special GL indicator, it means that those are all special and those are all down payments or any other transaction apart from your normal sales. So this is how you'll be identifying whether that customer has any special GL transactions or not. And this is the indicator. Or you can do one thing, you just uncheck this normal items and execute it. So if it displays any transactions, so all those transactions are down payment or any special GL transactions. So this is how you'll be understanding. So you'll be understanding and segregating your normal items and your special GL indicator. So the first step is we got the advance from the customers. So we have posted it and we can see that it has updated this GL account 100 450. So the next step is we'll be raising a sales. That is, we got the payment from the customer. Now we have to sell goods. That is, we will now be raising an invoice against the customers. To do a sales, the transaction code is FB70, or you can use F-22. Whatever the transaction code you're comfortable, you can use that. So now I will put this one 43500. I'll give some reference number as TST005. Give the invoice date. I'm giving today's date as date 08/2021. I'm giving 20,000 as the invoice. Three lakh is my sales account, so I'm just entering that amount as 20,000. give the profit center. So it says that there's already a down payment exists. So just click on continue. Click on simulate and save. Now we'll see again the customer line items. So the transaction code is a BL5N. Go to this 435. Now I will just remove this. I will just only check the normal items. If I click on execute, you can see the invoice. There are two open invoices, one for 1,000 and one for 20,000. So this 20,000 we just posted now. So, and now if I double click, you can see it has picked up this reconciliation account and not the other one. The reason being, when I posted this invoice, I have not entered any special GL transactions. So if you don't enter special GL transactions, the system will always pick up this recon account. That is whatever you have maintained the BP master data. And if you post any special GL transactions, then this GL account will get posted. Then this GL account will get picked up. So, and if you want, just select this special GL transactions and you click on execute. You can see we have two invoices and one down payment. So now I have to transfer the down payment amount from this special GL account to the normal GL account. So the first step is we got the down payment. Second step, we have posted the invoice. Third step, we have to transfer the down payment amount from special GL to normal GL. That is, we use this transaction code F-39. It's nothing but I'm transferring the value from 100 450 to 200 100 because we have to transfer the value because we got the down payment. I have sold my goods. Now I have to transfer the amount from 100 450 to 200 100. To do that, I have to use this transaction F-39. So that it also says the clear customer down payment. So enter the document date. I'm entering the today's date 26/8/2021. Give the customer number. Click on this icon and select your customer. By default, you can see this invoice 6012 is there. You don't have to do anything, just press enter. And if you go towards your right, you will see that system is asking you how much invoice you want, how much down payment you want to transfer to your normal reconciliation account. You can transfer the whole amount, or you can transfer you can transfer a lesser amount. That is, from 10,000 you can transfer only 5,000 or 6,000. It's left to you. But if you want to transfer the whole amount, just double click on it. Now you can see the entire amount has been updated here. Just click on this post. Now you can see this entry has been posted. We'll see the entry also. Click on display. You should understand it this way, that you can see the customer account is debited and credited, but you should also understand that it has a special GL indicator. So it means that from this GL account 100 450, the values has moved to 200 100. Even though the customer IDs remain, but at the back end the GL accounts are getting deferred. Now if I go back again to my customer line item display, I will just remove this checkbox and we will see the entry now. Now you can see this transfer posting is also come. That is, what are the entry we just posted, that value is also getting shown. And if I go back to my I will remove this normal items, and if I select the special GL transactions, nothing would come up. See, it shows nothing because we initially got the down payment, and after the down payment we transferred that value from that special GL to normal GL. So there is no balance in that. So that's the reason system is showing no item selected. So select this normal items, and you can see we have this much. So invoice was 20,000. We got a down payment of 10,000, and there's another 10,000 which is due. So what I will do, I will get 10,000 rupees from the customer, and then we will do the clearing. So we'll see how we can do that. So just understand, 20,000 was your invoice, 10,000 was down payment. So initially we got the down payment, and balance amount for this invoice 6012 is 10,000. So I will try to first post an entry for 10,000 and then we'll do the clearing. We'll see how to do the clearing. So let me first post the customer receipt for the balance amount. The transaction code is F-28. So we can say post incoming payments. So just give today's date. And this is how the business user will also doing it. It's not that so this is how they'll be also entering the transactions. Whatever we are learning, the same way they'll be doing the business transactions also and the clearing also. So just select your bank account. I'm saying that I'm giving my cash account. So the balance amount is 10,000. Give the customer ID 403501. Press enter. Okay, give the text part. Go to this partial payment. So we are getting a part payment against this invoice, that is 20,000. So since all the items are highlighted, just keep the cursor on 1000 and double click on it. The item would be deactivated. Similarly, select the third line, double click on it. This item will be deactivated and just put the amount here. Just double click on this. So now you can see the not assigned amount at the bottom is 0 and the amount entered and assigned number is 10,000. So just click on this one, document overview, click on document simulate and just post. So now the invoice, we got the payment, the full payment, and I will see that line items now and how it looks. I will just go to select and say refresh. So you can see now the customer invoice for 20,000. We got a down payment of 10,000. So this is the 10,000, and later the customer also made a payment for the balance amount of 10,000. So now this item should be cleared. It should not show as open because 20,000 was invoice, 10,000 we received as a down payment, and 10,000 we received the cash. So this invoice should be cleared. These three items should be cleared, and to clear these invoices, these line items, the business user will use transaction code F-32. So here they will come. They'll put the customer account. Click on this process open items. Just deselect this one so that now we can see 20,000 was the invoice, 10,000 is the down payment, and 10,000 is the 10,000 is the cash which we received it. And if you see at the bottom, the not assigned value is 0. Just click on this document overview, click on simulate and save. Now go and check your entries. Go to your FBL file. Where is? Okay, it's not there. If I go to FBL file, if I click on execute, you can only see 1,000 as the balance and the rest of the items have been cleared. And to see all the clear items, you just select this cleared option and clear and click on execute. So it will show you how this entries has been cleared. So for in this case, 6,000, you can see the for document number 678, the clearing document is 19. And so it means that these two documents were cleared. I mean, you can see the 10,000 was 10,000. No, not this one. I think I have to go. Yeah, this is the one. So 20,000 was the invoice, 10,000 was the down payment, and 10,000 was the customer receipt. And these three invoices have been cleared using clearing document 20. So this is how the users will do the clearing. We'll also get some issues where during F-32. So you should be comfortable. I mean, users will say that they are not able to clear these invoices. So they'll raise issues with respect to F-32 or F-44. So just try to practice on this one. And this is how the clearing would happen. Just remember these transaction codes, which might help you. I mean, you can just explain the whole down payment process if somebody asks you. That is, this is how we get the down payment, and when you post the down payment, it will always hit your special GL account and not your normal reconciliation account. And later we'll transfer the value from your special GL to normal GL. And after that, if the down payment is for the full amount, then we will do the clearing. But if the down payment was only for partial, we'll get the other amount, the balance amount from the customer, and later we'll be doing the clearing through using F-32. So this is the normal process which we follow with respect to with respect to down payment. So we are done with the down payment settings and also the end user part. That is the whole process, right from the down payment, right from the GL creation till the end user part. That is how the down payment is cleared. Any questions on this one before we move to Dunning? Any questions on this one, on the down payment process part? It's just similar to what we learned in accounts payable module. There we did the down, we paid to the vendors the down payment, but in this case we are getting the down payment and we are adjusting against those invoices. So this is the usual process, the down payment process. I will also try to learn today now the dunning. So what is dunning? Dunning is nothing but you do sales to your customers, but on the due dates, the customer doesn't pay you, they pay you the amount. So what we usually do is that we send notices, that is reminders to our customers saying that these are the list of invoices which are due, and we'll be requesting them to pay these invoices. Similar to what if we have some postpaid connections, if we'll get monthly reminders from our customers saying that these invoices are due and request us to pay, and if we pay, we will not get any reminders. But if we don't pay those our bills, that is either our phone bill or our current bill or any of the bills, then we'll be getting reminders saying asking us or requesting us to pay the amount. So similarly in SAP also we have this option. We call that option as dunning. So dunning is nothing but sending reminders or notices to our customers for their overdue balances. We don't do this dunning process for our vendors because we pay our vendors, but we do this process only for customers because the customers has to pay. So we do all the follow-up. We do all the follow-up. So it's one of the options that we use for follow-up is the sending reminders or notices to our customers, and this is used across all the companies. So because every company will have customers, and usually most of the customer doesn't pay on the time, so we'll be using so we will be configuring this dunning, and with this dunning procedures we'll be sending notices to our customers and vendors. So today we'll see what are the configuration steps that we have to do with respect to our dunning. So we'll see the path. So dunning is nothing but just remember that it's only for customers we do, and that is we will be sending our notices to our customers saying that these are the invoices which are due. We will have a format, and based on that format you can see the list of open invoices, and then and then that dunning letter will be emailed to their respective IDs. So we'll have their email IDs maintained for each of these customers. We can either print and send that form to their address, or we can send an electronic copy, that is an email copy. Based right now everyone does that email, but we can do the both. We can print that letter and send it to their address, or we can send it to their email address. So both the options are there. So we'll see what are the steps that we have to do with respect to dunning. So the path is SPRO, IMG, financial accounting, accounts receivable, business transactions, dunning procedure, defined dunning procedure. So this is very simple. It doesn't have much steps. So you can also, you can just understand, and you can also put in your resumes that you have worked on dunning. So we'll see what are the steps that we have to do. So click on new procedure. Give any 4-digit character. So I'm giving my company code name as the Dunning procedure and give the name Dunning procedure for company code P100. So so the first step is asking Dunning interval days. That is, if you do the Dunning today, that is, if you, for example, today you have done the Dunning. That is, today I have sent the reminders to your customers. That is, you have sent that letters, whatever the letters you want to send to your customers, you have sent it. When you want to send the next letter, that is what should be that interval gap between your first Dunning level and second Dunning level. So I'm saying 30 days. That is, if I send letter today, that is today 26 is there. The next Dunning letter I'll be sending it on 26th. I mean today is 26, right? 26th August. I'll sending my second letter on 25th September. And how the system will understand? The system will understand based on this one, number of Dunning levels. So it will compute. So today I've executed. So system will so next Dunning level will be done on 30 days, after 30 days. So that's the reason. If you specify 10 days, it means that the next Dunning will be on 6th of September. If you specify 60 days, then the system would compute 60 days, and then it will determine the next Dunning level, next interval. So this is the importance of this number of Dunning levels. So how many levels? So usually we have 9 levels in SAP. It means that today so up till 9 levels. I mean, you can send 9 reminders to your customers. So for example, if I specify 3 here, it means that I can only have 3 levels. That is, I will send it on 26th of September, August. Again on 25th of September, my second level, and again 25th September means I will be 24th of October. So if I use only 3 levels, I can send reminders only on first today, second reminder on 25th of September, and third on 24th of October. So it all depends how many levels you want. So SAP supports only up till 9 levels, and usually most of the business they use only 3 or 4, and nobody uses 9. But we had a requirement in Germany where they wanted to have more than 9 levels. So there was a shorter period of time and they wanted to have more than 9 levels. So again depends from country to country or company to company business requirement. So here in our case we'll use 3 levels, and then minimum days in arrears. So this is, so here we are specifying there will be 30 days, and that the levels would be using 3. Maximum SAP supports 9, but in our case that's restricting to 3. Then this minimum days in arrears account. For example, if you specify 2 days here, it means that I have invoice today. For example, let us take an example of customer. Invoice due on XYZ. Fine. This was due on 25th of August, say 24th of August. This was due on 20th of August, 22nd of August, 26th of August, and 25th of August. So in case if I don't maintain any value here, minimum days in as if I don't maintain value here as 2 days, what would happen? System would, since I'm doing turning on today on 26 August, this invoice will get picked up because it is already due. 20th August will also get picked up, 25th August also get picked up, 26th August. So all the invoices will get picked up for Dunning run. But if I specify minimum days in arrears 2, it means that it will not pick up this 2 because this is due today. So days in arrears is 0. In this case, I mean, If you see, this is due, the days in arrears are, today is 26, it was due on 24th. So days in arrears are 4 here. In this case, 6 days. In this case, again 4. In this case, 22 minus 26, that is 4 days. In this case, 2 days. So in case if you want to, if you use this value as minimum days in S2, it will check this combination. That is, it will check from current date. It will just check the due date. I mean, how many days it is in yes. If it is less than if it is less than whatever the number of days, then those invoices will not get captured. But if you specify number of days as 2, then these invoices, only this invoice, this 26th invoice will not be picked up, but the rest of the invoices will get picked up. So it all depends if you want to use this minimum days and areas or not. If you use this minimum days and areas, the system would compute this minimum days. That is, from current date, it will check what is the number of what's the due on. So if, for example, if I'm executing Dunning today, so that is 26 August, and it was due on 24th of August. So the minimum days and areas is 2 here. In this case, this is 6, and in this case, it is 4. And in this case of 26 August, it's 0. And in case of 25th August, it is 1. So if I specify 2 here, in this case, these 2 invoices will not be picked up for Dunning run. So if you want that, you can specify the number of days. If you don't want, then you just specify blank. So this is the importance of this minimum days in arrears. And then this line item grace period. So line item grace period is nothing but, even though this invoice is due today, I want to give a grace period of 1 day, one more day. That is, even if it is due on 26th of August, this invoice, I'll add 1 more day. That is grace period. So in this case, 24 plus 1, 25th of August. So still this has become due. It will capture. But in this case of in case of 25th August, I'm adding 1 more day. So this is not become due because it's still it is due on 26th of August. It's nothing but adding 1 more day to determine the new date. Even though it is due on 24th of August, I'm adding 1 more grace days, thinking that the customer will pay on time, or the payment is in transit. I want to give one additional day of grace period. So if you want to give any additional grace period, the system will add that 1 day to your due date, and then it will again compare whether it's due or not. If it is again due, then it will add that in the Dunning level, add those invoices in the Dunning. Otherwise, it will skip that. So in this case, I'm specifying 1 day as grace period, and specify either normal. Okay. And if you want to include your special GL transactions, you can add that, or you can just select this standard Dunning transaction running, and just click on save. Okay. All Dunning labels not same. So this is the number of days. I'm specifying that we all have three levels of Dunning. Minimum days is nothing but, apart from so only those invoices which are more than 2, which are where the days and areas more than 2 days, I want to include it, and also I'm giving this line item grace period. So click on this Dunning levels. The moment you click on Dunning levels, you can see, since I've specified 3, it has already picked up the days. That is 1, 31, 60. That is, today if I do the Dunning, the next Dunning would be on 31st of day, and after that on 61st of the day, the system will do the Dunning. And click on this charges. So charges is nothing but, okay, just let me put some value. Since I have 3 Dunning levels, I'm putting 1, 2, and 3. So I'm specifying, if you can specify charges, that is, since you have not paid on time, I'll be charging you 50 rupees or 100 rupees or whatever the value you want to specify for each of this Dunning level. If you want, you can put that value. So I will say that since you didn't pay on time, I'm charging you for 100 rupees for first level, for 200 rupees for third level, 300 rupees for your third level, and everything this would be given by the business. So just for our practice, I'm just putting this value. Click on this minimum amounts. Again, click on this currency as INR. Give the Dunning levels of 1, 2, and 3. What you are specifying, that minimum amount is that what should be the minimum amount for the customer for the dunning level. For example, if I specify that I want to done only if the customer balances are more than 10,000 rupees. If the customer balances are more than 10,000 only, the system would generate this dunning level. If I specify zero, if I don't specify minimum amount here, then even though 100 rupees is due from the customer, then noting notes, then for that customer also the dunning notice would be sent. So in most of the cases, what we do, we specify the minimum amount, and then only for those customers who has this value greater than this minimum amount, only for those customers this dunning letter level will be sent. If you specify, if you put it blank, then for every even the customer due amount is 100 rupees or 10 rupees or 1 rupee, the dunning notice would be sent. So usually we do that. We ensure that business would specify the amount, that is what should be the minimum amount due from the customer. In our case, we'll put it as 10,000. So if the value is more than, if it's less than 10,000, no notice would be sent. If it is more than 10,000 only, the notice would be sent to the customers. For the second level, I'm specifying that minimum amount due should be 50,000, and for third, I'm specifying that it should be more than 1 lakh. It's just a hypothetical value. You can't always change. It's not that, but usually these amounts are given by the business. Nobody will do dunning for, even, I mean, if they put blank, then as I said, even if it is 1 rupee due, or even if cents are due, then the invoice, then that dunning would be sent, and doesn't look good. Customers receiving invoice dunning letters for even for a smaller amount. So usually we specify the minimum amounts, and we specify this only if this amount, if system would check whether that overdue amount is more, if is less than, if it is more than 10,000 only, the dunning would be sent. If it is less than that, then no dunning would be sent. And just click on this dunning text. I'm just specifying my company code T100. So okay, first I have to save it, then on it will allow me to do that. Now click on this dunning text. Maintain dunning data for company code. Click on save. Already saved it, right? Let me go back once again. Click on dunning text. Where this is area. Somebody has done the changes. 1 minute. This area should not be coming. I'm just checking 1 minute. Go to company code data. Somebody has done some changes, so I'm just fixing that, because this is a test system. Everybody is doing practice. So mhm. 1 minute, let me. This is not our company code. I'm just fixing that warning message so that we can check that we can rectify our message, our error. I've not selected by dunning. Dunning. This is for not. Click on this running text. Click on new entries. This area should not be coming. I'll just check that. Somebody has done some change in the config. It should be like this. Actually, the screen should be like this. I will show when I did for other ones. It should come like this, but it's coming a different way. Screen should be like this: form type, form object, and list name. But when I see it's coming a different way, it's coming a form type. Smart form screen. You have to just select the turning form. Just let me just check. So since we have 3 levels, so what we usually do here is that we'll be taking the help of ABAPer and we'll be designing this new form, and the content, everything would remains, and the content would differ for each of the running form, because we cannot we will not be sending the same form. We will not be sending the content with the same form, because initially we'll be requesting it for. I mean, usually we'll send reminder saying that these are invoice due, pay on due, pay immediately. But when we send the second notice, the content would differ, because since he has not responded back, the content of the second form would be different. And similarly for the third level, the content would differ. Similarly, I mean, it would be more. It would be more like a demanding. I mean, the content, everything would be given by the customer. We just have to take the help of our ABAPer. That's our technical team, and design the form. The content, everything would be given by the business. We just have to share. We have to share that details with our technical team, and then they will be designing that form. So since I cannot design my own form, what I'm doing is that I'm just selecting the standard SAP form which they have given it. So what I'm saying is that for my Dunning level 1, 2, 3, I'm using the standard form F150, F150, 150, and just click on save. That's it. So we are done with the Dunning settings. So what we did is we have created a Dunning procedure. In the Dunning procedure, I specified what would the intervals. That is, what today if I send a Dunning, how many of the next Dunning, what should the time interval? So I'm specifying that 30 days. Also, I'm specifying the number of levels. SAP suggests supports only 9 levels. So for our case, I'm putting 3. And I've just specified minimum days arrears as 2 and line item grace period as 1. But in case if you want to add special GL transactions also, you can select this icon, the Dunning special GL transaction, and just select this indicator. If you select this A, then and click on back, Then this dunning, you can also do the special, you can include your dunning, you can include your special GL transactions also in your dunning. Just click on dunning levels. So you can see here, it shows 130, 160. These are system driven. Based on the number of levels and the days you specified, the system has picked up this amount, these entries. If charges is nothing but if you want to charge anything to customer for since they're not paid, you can enter those charges here for each of this dunning level. And minimum amounts is nothing but I want to done only the first dunning should happen if the minimum amount is 10,000. If it is less than 10,000, the system will not do the dunning. So similarly for 2 and 3 I'm specifying the minimum amount. If the customer has more than that amount, and then only the dunning would be done. And dunning text is nothing but now it's coming. Okay. And where that form went? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Select that form, dunning form. I'm selecting this because this is in English language. So I'm selecting this. This should be the one we should come 2 and 3. And just click on save. Go back one step and just click on save. If I go back here, dunning text. You can see now the forms here. 1, 2, 3, and this is the form. So these are the only settings which we do. And now we are why it's not spam scripts. This is a standard. Okay, now it got saved. So we are done with the configuration part, configuration settings. Now what I will do, I will go to my BP, click on start, select your BP, click on change mode, select the role FLCU00, that is financial accounting. Click on company code data. Under the customer correspondence, so we have this customer correspondence. Give the dunning procedure which you have defined it. So my dunning procedure is T100. Press enter and click on save. So now whatever the dunning procedure you have defined, you will be assigning it to your BP master data. Then only the business part, then only for these business partners, if the invoices are due, the system will be generating the dunning letters. If you don't maintain, no dunning procedure would be generated because you're not linked that procedure which are defined in the BP master data. So this is how you'll be linking it up under customer correspondence. Go to this role FLCU00. Under that you will have this customer correspondence. Come and and assign your dunning procedure. And click on save. Now we'll see if the customer has any open items or not. So click on execute. So we only have 1,000. So if I try to execute it, I will not be able to do it because 1,000. Because for my dunning level 1, as specified, the minimum amount due should be 10. Should be 10,000. So now we have only 1,000. So if I execute, system will not do the dunning. What I will do, I will try to post some invoices, backdated invoices, and try to do the dunning run. So you can use transaction code F-22 or FP70. So since we already saw FP70, I will try to show with F-22. Give a document date of 1501052021, a date of pass dated, and also give 01052021. Mm-hmm. 01052021 01052021. Give your customer, press enter, 10,000. $50 is for revenues. 3 lakh is my sales account. Click on simulate and save. Similarly, I'll post one more invoice. Go with this post with reference. Press enter. Change the date and just click on save. Save. If I go back to my PL file, if I execute, now I have few invoices. Now I have two invoices which are greater than 20,000, which are greater than 10,000, and also these are past dated. So let me do the Dunning run. The transaction code to do the Dunning run is F150/N F151 F150. Same to what we did for APP. So similarly, you have to do the run on. So I'm selecting the run on as today's date, 26.08.2021. Give TST test 1, any 4-digit character. Give the parameters, Dunning date. So I'm saying my Dunning date is today's date. Document posted up to, so I'm saying document posted till today's date, you just pick it up for Dunning. I'm giving my company code as T100 and my customer ID. So we'll select my customer ID from the drop down. 403,501. I'm just giving that log so that this ID for the logs can be maintained. Click on status. Click on yes. Click on schedule. Start immediately. I suspect whether this would come or not because we'll see. Because somebody has changed this. Usually we use LP01 as the output device. We'll see what it comes. So we are getting messages. One notice generated, of which one are sent. To see the Dunning notice, you go to transaction code SP02, SP02. Select this icon and click on this. No, nothing has generated. This is, let me just check. But this is how you'll be generating it. I can click on transition. Click on sample printout. Usually if I go to SP02, the spools will get generated and we can see it. But it does, okay. Yeah, this is how it will look, your spool. So this is how the notice would be sent. It would have the customer number, date, everything. So this is the standard SCP form, but we'll not be using this form. We'll be taking the help of our ABAPer, so that we'll have our company code logo, we'll have the company code address, and we'll also have the customer number, address. So we'll redesign this form, but this is the form which will be creating it. It will also have this content. So what you see this content, this will get differ for each of this running level. So it initially it would be requesting, but after for the second and third level, it would be a more of demanding, saying that we'll go for lower notice. If you don't pay, all that stuff would come. So the content would differ for each of these letters. And here you can see both our document types are captured. So we have 6016 and 6015. And the arrears, you can see it's more than 117 days. So if you want to add additional field, we'll be adding it out, and it will tell you the entire details of that specific customer. This is how you'll be doing it. Our part is only designing this form, designing this form, and this transaction code F150. This is will be executed by the end users. We don't do any part. We only configure and will create and will be linking to our business partners master data. So till that activity, our consultant role is there, but this execution part, everything is done by the is done uh, by the business users and users. And we only do we one more time F150. We just do only these steps. We'll not do any other thing. We just click on this because this is a test system. To generate this, to show this output, I've just selected multiple times, but only thing we'll come do is that we'll give the parameters, we'll maintain the additional log, and we'll just click on we'll just click on execute, and at the background the system would create the notice. We will create the notices, but will not do all this stuff just because this is the IDA system. I have to click on this and to just to show the format to show the output to you, but will not be doing all this stuff. And if you just go back to BP, the BP master data, and click on start and double click on it, I click on, now you can see this. So last dunning date was 26/8, and you can see this dunning level is also updated. So next dunning when I do, it will check 26 to, I mean, it will add 30 days to this one, and will create the next dunning level on the on September, in September, and then the dunning level will change from 1 to 2. So this is how the system would keep a track. So now I did the dunning, so it has updated the dunning notice and the level. The second time when I redo the dunning, it will pick up the dunning level at 2, and then it will again rewrite the dunning notice in the month of September. So this will get updated automatically, and this is the place where you come and see what was the current level. Initially it was blank. Now once after we did the dunning, in the dunning level has put as 1, and we also updated the dunning notice as dunning last dunning notice as 26. So this is the last notice which you have sent, and this is the first level. But if the customer doesn't pay on time next time, then when we do the F150, this would one would turn to 2, and the new dunning date would get updated in the BP master data. So this is how you'll be doing it. From dunning perspective, we have to just we have to just create a dunning procedure. We have to sit with a wrapper and design this form. We will not be using the standard. We will not be using the form of what SAP has given. We'll take this as a base and we'll try to create our own form. We'll have the logo, we'll have the address, we'll have, and it will, and we'll add some more additional fields because if you want, the business would give, but everything would be given to the business, and based on that you'll be designing this form. And you and the BAPA, that is our technical team, they will sit and they will redesign this form, and then they will be, and we will be sending this to our business partners. So this is all, this is how you'll be configuring it. And this notice would differ, and this the look and feel would differ for each dunning level. So since in our case we have 3 levels, so this format, everything will remain same, but the content will get different. Here it would start with dear sir madam, but in the second level it would this invoices will have, I mean, we'll add some more content to this one, to the second level, and we'll be sending it. And how to do that? This would be done by the ABAPer, and you and ABAPer has to sit. I mean, you have to take the requirement from the business, then you have to redesign. Then you have to design this form. So this is all about dunning. So in any questions on dunning before we close the session, today's session? Um, any questions by anyone on the dunning which we just covered? I'll be sharing that link. I mean, I will be sharing the document today. I mean, Saturday. Whatever till date we have covered, including dunning, I will share that document. You can also practice it. Tomorrow I will start EBRS. That is the only thing which is left behind in accounts receivable module. So in accounts receivable, we have seen dunning, we have seen the special GL part, we have seen the taxes, we have seen the business partner configuration, and tomorrow we'll see the EBRS. So EBRS is common for both. The EBRS is nothing but electronic bank reconciliation statement, and this step would be common for both your accounts payable and account receivable. Accounts payable is that because whatever the payments which we did, that clearing account was there, and that should be knocked off when we do this EBRS. And similarly, if the customer has deposited some amount, and then that customer open item should also get cleared. We'll see what configuration settings are required for doing this EBRS, and we also understand the different formats that are available. And so that would be the last topic in accounts receivable module. With that, once we do this EBRS, I will be completing we'll be completing both AP and AR, that is accounts payable and accounts receivable module. So we'll be only left with asset accounting and the integration part, the FIMM and the FISD. So from next week we'll start that. So any questions on Dunning before I wind up the class for today? No, usually nobody does, because vendors you will be paying it, so you'll not be doing. You won't, for vendors you have to pay, right? So why you will be sending notices? So because since your customers has not paid to you, you'll be sending to your only to your customers. But there's an option, but nobody does it, because for the vendors you have to pay. So a vendor will not pay you, right? So you'll not be creating, you'll not be sending notices to your vendors. You'll only sending notice to your customers because they have to pay. And I mean, nobody does it for vendors. You have an option, but nobody does that. So if somebody asks that, you should say that for vendors nobody does it, because for the vendors you have to make the payment. You cannot send notice to yourself, because you're not paid to your vendors. You'll not send notice to yourself, right? So we always send notice to our customers because they are not paid those invoices. And based on that will be and yeah, and this would is used across all the company codes. It's not that most of the company codes uses this Dunning. So I mean, they would ask you to create a new Dunning procedure or changes, but or they might ask you to do some changes in the Dunning form. So this is so Dunning form creation. The steps is the same, but for the form you have to work with your ABAPer. ABAPer is a technical person who will be assisting us in designing this form. So you'll be preparing the functional spec, all that stuff, but the